Okay, everyone. Welcome to Melbourne JVM for April 2015. Just in case you forgot what month it was. And it's not an April Fool's joke, it's a real meetup. So, we'll start off with our sponsors for tonight. So, Doc Moses provided a speaker and also some sponsorship for the food and beverages that you've hopefully all enjoyed. And as usual, People Bank gave us this wonderful room. They've been a long-term sponsor, and it's really great to get up here again. Java news. So, top thing there, JDK 7 Update 80 is only an early access release at the moment. Can anyone guess why I've put it on that slide?
The last one.
Thank you. It's the last one. So, who's currently using Java 7 at work? Yeah, it's gonna be awkward come May. For those of you who have jumped to Java 8, how many people is that? Pretty sure some of you voted twice there, but all right. All right, so those of you that have updated to Java 8, which is now 1 year old, update 40 came out. And I believe it has a few little improvements with Nashorn and some performance improvements with Lambdas. That's about all I know. Now, who's heard of Project Avatar? Well, can't include it on the slide, so it doesn't really count. Who pays attention at these things? That explains a lot. So Project Avatar is a Node.js implementation in JVM, yeah? Not anymore. It's on hiatus. So this was the Oracle one that was pushed by Oracle. So if you were planning on using that, you should probably look at two other projects. So Red Hat have something called Nodine, and there is also Apogee Trireme, which are two other JVM node implementations. Is anyone running Node.js on the JVM? Go. All right. And finally, Groovy has been accepted in as an Apache project. So, yay. That sort of secures its long-term future, I guess, in with Maven and stuff like that. Open source. So I just got a few things that I noticed throughout the month. So gRPC came with a bit of a bang. So that's sort of Google's RPC framework. Now it's language neutral and platform neutral, but there is an implementation for Java. So check that out if you're interested in doing some sort of high performance distributed computing type stuff. Spring Cloud 1.00. Now, I have no idea if I mentioned Spring Cloud at the previous one, but who knows what Spring Cloud is? One guy. Okay. Who knows what Spring Boot is? Okay, that's better. So Spring Cloud is kind of like Spring Boot, but for the cloud. So it's got some distributed system stuff like configuration management, service discovery, circuit breakers, all that cool stuff baked into it, and they pull in things like the Netflix libraries. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, check it out. And then, who uses Docker? Yeah, that's cool. So I included Lattice by Cloud Foundry there, even though it's really early on, because it looked cool. So it kind of takes some of the Cloud Foundry stuff and applies it to containerized workloads. So if you go to lattice.cf, you can check that out. It looks pretty neat. I haven't actually played with it yet, so it may be terrible, but hey, it's got a wonderful website. Who uses Eclipse? Who's downloaded the zero turnaround optimizer for Eclipse? Who's heard of it? One guy's using it. Okay. So yeah, zero turnaround. Who they do sort of a is it sort of performance tuning or something like that? Yeah. Release this thing that allows you to basically make Eclipse run well. So some people are reporting up to 75% speed ups because it has a little pop-up that they put on Twitter. So if you're still suffering Eclipse, you should go check that one out, or move to IntelliJ. Okay, so tonight we've got two great talks. So we've got Paul from Doc Moses, who's going to talk about the exciting topic of document generation in Java. And it's going to be looking at some open source libraries that you can combine to sort of pick this up straight away. And he comes from Doc Moses, who are a company that specialize in basically, if you don't want to use those APIs because they're probably fairly fiddly, you can just go to his company. Where the hell did that happen? The second talk, in tiny black text there, which is telling me, don't write your document in Google Docs and then export it to PowerPoint without reading it first. So Peter Lorre is doing low latency in Java 8. So he's going to look at the Streams API and what effect that has on performance. Next month, again, awesomely. So Sumit, who used to come along to these things but went to New Zealand, is coming back briefly, and he's going to be talking about IoT with Scala. So he's got this project that basically uses low-cost hardware as a sensor network and pulls it all together with a bit of Scala. And Pablo, in small black text again, is going to be looking at geospatial querying with the GeoTools library.